that it's not full disclosure or due process, and we have the facts, and we have the evidence to prove all things. And the venue. Mike, you want to hang this over here? I'll come back for you. I'll line this off.
We got this one running.
What? It's brand new, bro. We're giving things running.
Kapu maile kikino, kino pa, kamana ba kolo hot malu, ikiale. my brother.
And it's time for the people of Aloha in this Aloha nation to hold themselves and each other accountable to the truth and the law. So God bless you all. We're waiting, crazy enough. Technology has brought us liquid nails. And we're not doing this to cause any harm. I know there are a lot of people that thought we're going to blow it up. We're going to knock it down like they're doing on the mainland, right? We're not doing any destruction. We're doing clarification. We're inviting people to come. If you believe you have standing, if you believe you have title, if you believe you have kuleana, everyone's welcome. All the different Hawaiians, all the different Americans, and everyone on earth. But this is particularly for sovereign people. I'm grateful that sovereign Americans and sovereign Hawaiians remembering who they are, where they are, and what is the law of this soil, particularly. Hawaiian Kingdom in continuity, Ko Hawaii Pai Aina, codified. Okay? In 1839, Kauikeaoli Kamehameha III, Chad's great-great-great-grandpa, codified Kealakekua's law onto this soil. Is called the Declaration of Rights, 1839. God hath made of one blood all nations of men, people, to dwell on earth in unity and blessedness. You really are home. We honor and guarantee your unalienable rights. Some say unalienable, I say unalienable. You can't put a lien on it, but you have to be aware of the truth and the law. You have to assert your true status. You have to require those on the other side of the question, of the controversy. Hey, this is who I am. This is where I am. This is the law of this soil. Autograph it, thumbprint it, send it to David Ige, send it to President Trump, send it to anybody who you have a controversy with. Clarify your status and the law you operate in. Your turn. 10 days. Oh, we'll give you 15. It's up to you. But that's how law works, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to pay a British accreditation Regency attorney to practice law and represent you in a foreign corporate venue. Now, when I say foreign corporate, I don't mean just foreign corporate to Hawaiians. It's foreign corporate to Americans. In 1871, when they created the District of Columbia for the public record, the Americans very clearly said, or some Americans said, this is a federal corporation now. And if you look it up, United States Code, Article 28, Section 3002, line 15. Definition of United States. Federal corporation. In black and white, they show you that treason has occurred. Treason. So this infiltration, this co-option, yeah, this invasion of Roman civil corporate law has taken over the Americans, just like it's taken over Hawaii. But truth is sovereign. Now, if I have made any statements that's not true, Kalamai, bring your evidence, David Ige. Bring your evidence, Claire Connors, Donald Trump, Mike Pompeo, anybody. They have answered us because we have presented unto them already, with love and aloha, the truth and the law of this soil. Have they responded? No. They did not respond, and so that is their response. In law, if you make a statement and a claim and you present an affidavit of truth, the other party, the other side, does not respond, that is called acquiescence. They have surrendered unto your claim. So now you possess the judgment. Okay? Now that you have the judgment, now that you know who you are, where you are, and what is the law of this soil, with aloha, follow your bliss. Build your communities. Build your schools. Reclaim your healthcare system. Protect your borders. Protect your people from things like 5G without full disclosure, from things like forced vaccinations, from things like COVID-19 lockdowns without full disclosure and scientific evidence that this pandemic is not actually a pandemic. Now, I know a lot of you have done your due diligence and research, and I thank you for that. We must continue that, but we must also organize ourselves, Hawaiians of all colors, with sovereign Americans, to require full disclosure and substantive due process, and do it peacefully. So this is Chad Ha, like I said, great grandson of number 3, who codified Kealakekua's law on this soil. Chad, you want to say something?
Well, welcome. Appreciate having these folks here. God bless. Thank you.
Come back. Okay. Akahinui from Maui is 80 years old. About 30 years ago, he and other Hawaiians went over to Iolani Palace. And they broke into their palace. And they took it over for 3 days. Akahinui and his gang were arrested. They were not able to clarify status in the law. But they made an indelible marker. Everything is public record. We can argue about things, we can complain about things, we can cry about things at our coffee table. But until we grow up and are able, as adults, to clarify status and the law, you will be presumed to be property of the corporation. The corporation that now occupies Hawaii, and we're going to change that because the law is already codified to change that. That depends on us. What is that law? For those that have contracted with the U.S. Constitution, it's called Article 6, Clause 2 of the U.S. Constitution. That is the Supremacy of Treaties Clause, and it is our remedy. What that means is if you're going to occupy, and this is an occupation, if you're going to occupy a land, you can legislate and you can enforce. Yes, that's what they do. But you must legislate and enforce in accordance to the laws, to the title of the land that you occupy. That's Article 6, Clause 2. So when I talk to Harry Kim, or if DLNR comes, or anybody, hey you guys, you pledged an oath to serve and protect the U.S. Constitution. Honor your oath. Article 6, Clause 2. Now if I said something wrong that's not true, like kingdom doesn't exist, this is not. Someone could say this is not an occupation. Why should we have to honor Article 6, Clause 2? Well, bring evidence. If you make a claim, you are required to bring evidence. Someone's calling for mom. Okay. All right. Anyway, Akahinui is 80 years old now. He continues to hold his ground and stand his ground on the Aina that he can prove he has superior title. He could not make it today. Chad's here. God bless Chad. God bless the families that have the kuleana, that have the bloodline to claim superior title. And we work together because as important as that is, my brother Chad is not above the law. And neither am I. And neither are any of us. We're all equal under Kealakekua's law. So Akai said, I can't make it, Gene. Would you please read a statement for me? And I'm happy to do that right now. Statement from Akai Nui. Aloha! And thank you for being here. And in your heart today, I pray that all the sovereignty groups will work together in unity and come to an agreement on all the issues that we must make a decision on. The prophecy says that we will be as a model government of peace, prosperity, and righteousness for all the world to see. All the corrupt governments of the world are breaking up. We, the Kingdom of Hawaii, the Kingdom of Light, are claiming our true spiritual heritage. The hand of Akua is upon us, and many have chosen to do this sacred work. I give my heartfelt thanks to all of you who are attending this ceremony. And as a visionary, I can see that this is truly a historic day. The seeds that have been planted will bear fruit. The poisonous tree of doctrine will be cast down and burnt in the fires of hell by the hand of the Almighty. For me personally, this has been a long walk of faith. He's 80 years old. Many years I have stood alone, but God does not forsake his people. I give you all my blessing, and I place the land trust into your collective hearts and hands. It's everybody's kuleana to be pono. Blessed are the pure of heart, because they will see God and be called the children of God. As we rise up into the light together, we will become a beacon of hope for the rest of the world. I would like to see the original Kingdom of Hawaii flag, the royal standard with the coat of arms flying once again at the palace throughout our kingdom. You can find a picture of it in the archives or at the Bishop Museum. We are not a colony of Great Britain. Therefore, we should not be flying the British Jack. That is not our flag. The state of Hawaii adopted this flag. Our flag was taken down from Iolani Palace at the overthrow of Queen Lili'uokalani. it's time to raise the correct flag of our people, the Kingdom of Hawaii. I thank the Kupunas for standing beside all of us, giving us guidance in the quiet hours. I pray that each one of you will listen to the voice of the Holy Spirit and will rise up as one voice in unity, strength, and purpose. With a mighty shout, the walls of false and oppressive government will come tumbling down. There is strength in unity and in numbers. I pray for the healing of our people who have been damaged emotionally, physically, and financially by the occupying force. I pray for the healing of our sacred Aina and the waters. I also ask for a blessing for all of you that have had the courage to represent the truth and get arrested. You will be rewarded with a position in our new kingdom. And for those that brought guns to face our bearers of truth, they will be dealt with also. In conclusion, I am with you today in spirit. It's been a long walk for me, and I exhale. I know all of you are carrying the torch. It was many years ago when the runners with the torch completed the trek around our islands. A single candle in the darkness that lit a multitude of candles from that single flame. Our torch is now burning bright and will never be extinguished. I am thy kingdom come. I am thy sacred will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And remember, eat plenty poi. Mahalo. God bless you all. So we have a fiduciary agency serving as an interim treasury that is fully accountable in both political venues. So this is how we do this administratively. Thank you. Atipono.
So today is August 1st, day one of the beginning of the 90-day transition protocol. Aloha, everyone.
Aloha.
Through guidance and spirit guidance over the years, I realized that there's an administrative arm that hasn't been made available yet to the movement. October 8, 2018, I spent 5 weeks in isolation, channeling and receiving information which created the 90-day transition protocol. To me as an administrator, 90 days is nothing. You go in, you fix things, 90 days you're done, and you keep going. So that's where this is coming from. With ease, with aloha, and with our accumulated life experience, this is an achievable goal, as we know. And I'm so grateful to connect up with G, because we did connect. We only met today, but we've been working together for 4 months. And it was just a beautiful, blessed alignment. Here we are, mahalo. We all stay strong, healthy, and breathe. Build our mana, continue that, and let's rock.
Yay! All right, Antipono.
This is just a message from the Hawaii Assembly and Truth, Justice, and Freedom, August 1st, 2020, Captain Cook Monument. Greetings and blessings to everyone. My name is Joshua Gandy, and I come before you today as a representative of the Hawaii Assembly. Today is a very important day as we gather together in support of sovereignty for all of the Hawaiian people. Wherever we come from and wherever claim we make of our sovereignty, whether it be as American national sovereigns, Hawaiian Kingdom sovereigns, or any other sovereign people, we stand today in unity. We stand today through strength for the unalienable rights of all the sovereign people granted from the Creator. We stand here today for truth. We stand here today for justice. We stand here today for freedom for all. Thank you to Jean Tamashiro, for Kalani of Kona Style, Chad Haw, and Paul, Jesse, everyone that really stepped up to the plate and pulled this thing together from scratch. Yeah, it's been great working with everybody, and I can say I'm with friends today, so now I'm going to say something off the cuff and off the record. The reason this monument is important right now is because this isn't a Black Lives Matter thing, and we're not funded by George Soros, we're not burning down buildings. This is about correction of lawful title and getting this back to the Hawaiian kingdom and the Hawaiian people where it belongs. The Queen of England is a criminal, the Pope is a criminal, and the people that have, basically the East India Trading Company is one of the biggest drug and human trafficking corporations in the history of mankind. And now that the Queen of England isn't going to be moving back to Buckingham Palace, Prince Andrew was busted hanging out with Jeffrey Epstein. Jimmy Savile is one of the great, what is Jimmy Savile knighted?
Yeah, Podesta, yeah.
It's just, you gotta stop and think, how is it all connected? And I'll tell you what, the reason sovereign Americans and sovereign Hawaiians are working together is because America was never reconstructed after the Civil War. America was formed into a corporation of the United States and divided in the north by the Queen and the territorial government, and the Pope in the south under the municipal government. There is still going on a civil war in America, and people don't realize it. Sovereignty is being of the land and soil jurisdiction. I'm not under maritime admiralty law, and these people need to correct title and make sure that we get due process and that our unalienable rights are not being violated. This is crimes against humanity that stretch across any state or local borders or jurisdictions or even international. These people are criminals, and now everybody knows it. The whole world knows it. The Hawaiian people know it, sovereign Americans know it, people in Brazil, Argentina, Hungary, Uruguay, Russia, Australia, New Zealand, people know the cat's out of the bag, and I'm here today to just let Gene and the Hawaiian Kingdom know that they have full support of myself personally.
Yes, sir.
And this just needs to be correct, man. It's not right, and everybody knows it.
Yeah.
And stand up for correct your status. Is what it comes down to. Become a sovereign. Nothing is above or equal to a sovereign. And the first seal of America is that disobedience to tyrants is obedience to God. It's your duty to stand up and do something different and make a change and realize that you're getting screwed over by the criminals in government. And they're in everything. They're in the government in Honolulu, the government in Washington, D.C., and the government in state and local, every state in the union. And, people need to know about it. You can't turn a blind eye to it forever, but you can have a good afternoon today. And thank you all for showing up. It's hot out here. I appreciate everyone for, making the hike, making the trek.
HK Lawful
I think now is the time to own up your actual power and enforce the truth and the law that is in your possession. The public record is already confirmed. So if you need help, and if you want to continue to do it in that system, that's okay. But I think right now, because truth is sovereign, it is time for the sovereign people to unite and to work together to clarify status and the law. Because it's true. It cuts through all the politics and all the money. Any false presumption, any time that's past 127 years, 2,000 years, doesn't matter. Because truth is sovereign. And we're not perfect. So we might make a claim that's actually not completely true. Stand in honor, column I. Let's fix that. Meanwhile, moratorium on all harm. Stop harming people under color of law until we can all sit at the table and clarify. So what is the truth? And stand in honor, be in honor, and require that of yourself and hold each other and yourself and each other accountable. Yep, to that. So that's law. It's very simple. You don't need to pay a lawyer for that. However, lawyers and attorneys are very useful because they understand corporate procedure. And we want to have them as standby counsel. But Hawaiian Kingdom law, very simple. Truth, no harm, honor your word. Welcome home. Hello everybody, Gene Tamashiro here, sovereign Hawaiian in his own country, along with Chad Ha'a. Chad Ha'a is the great-great-great-grandson of Kauikeaoli, Kamehameha III, who codified Kealakekua's law onto this soil in 1839. It's called the Declaration of Rights. Okay, so the Creator's law is the foundation of law in Hawaiian Kingdom, which is in continuity. So in that regard, in that truth and law, we took action today at the Obelisk to correct the title at the Obelisk. Okay, it's 127 years since lawful title, land title, was created in the public record. So that's what we did today. We did it with Aloha. We did not blow up the Obelisk. And believe me, there's a lot of people, including myself, that feel like maybe we should have knocked it down. But no, that's not what we did. We don't do it that style like they do on the continent. Okay, the law is already codified for us to have a peaceful transition, a peaceful protocol. And in fact, today was day one in a 90-day transition protocol. We're developing, and we have been developing, the administrative process whereby Hawaiian Kingdom, in Hawaiian Kingdom law, the Creator's law as codified 1839, will come forward and can work with in international correspondence, nation-to-nation settlements. Okay, so that's what we did today. We did it peacefully. And we also got some information that some people, perhaps Kanaka Maoli, perhaps Hawaiians of whatever kind color, are wondering, yeah, how we had the authority, what protocol we did to take this action.
And you got a permit approved by DLNR, yes?
Well, we got a permit. Yes, we did. We did get a, and that was a very delicate process.
From the superintendent, signed by Dean.
We got it, and we corresponded with the head of department, state parks department, as well as the district here in Hawaii County. Okay, and we did that. We signed, but we protect our sovereign rights in kingdom law. So this is the way the administrative peacefully happens, the administrative process, because the law is codified for Americans through U.S. Constitution Article 6 Clause 2 and of course Hawaiian Kingdom law. Now beyond those kinds of legalese clarifications and agreements, we went to the family, the Konohiki family, the Leslie family, Gordon Leslie. We went to him and we had ongoing conversations for about 2 months to make sure he was comfortable about the action that we were going to take in law. And in fact, Gordon told me, he told us that since 1984, he wanted to take the obelisk down. Can we blame him for that? No, but he saw the righteousness, the wisdom of us correcting title peacefully in the administrative process. So Chad being cousins with Gordon, you know, maybe Chad, you have something to say about that protocol that we did? To the Lahui, yeah.
To all Lahui members, my action that I took with this obelisk was to be pono, to do things pono without violence, destruction,
harm,
civil disobedience, and by doing what I did this so that we, the Kanakas, will not look bad like everybody else, breaking things down, destructing things, burning things. That's not Hawaiians. We don't do this kind of stuff.
Thank you.
And if you do, that's all on you.
Yeah, shame on you.
I'm not here to do bad things. I'm here to do what is right. And I took the time to talk to this Konohiki and his family and learn the mo'olelo of the obelisk and the area called Kawaloa, which was the Leslie's family land.
Yeah.
I have nothing more to say.
Yeah.
I've done what I've done in a pono fashion to correct what was done to our people many, many years ago, and I did it with love. Thank you, folks.
Thank you very much.
God bless.
God bless.
Aloha.
I have one thing to add about this action that we took. This is not about personalities. Yes, it's true that Chad is the great-great-great-grandson of Kauikeaoli. Okay? A lot of people, mo'okuauhau, they know that. And that's very important because when there's controversy on land issues, you got to clarify who has superior title. And so we did that peacefully. It's an administrative process. This action that we take as Hawaiian Kingdom Governance Authority is not about individual personalities. This is about the law of this soil. So everybody, all the groups, all the different konohikis, families, organizations, everybody's welcome. You can continue to do your kuleana. All we're saying is we've opened it up for all people to follow their bliss, do their kuleana, just do no harm. We are witness to the law of this soil. Actual bloodline witness and law witness together. American sovereigns and Hawaiian sovereigns, sovereign people together. Okay? God bless everybody. If you got any questions, you can contact us through HKGA, Hawaiian Kingdom Governance Authority, hkga.global. Okay? You can call me direct, 808-785-0402, because we've begun the process of clarifying status in the law and transitioning with the state of Hawaii already. That's begun from before. Today's day one official.
Day one.
But
Today's just day one.
today's day one, but we began this process
Long time ago.
weeks ago, months ago.
Millenniums ago.
Seeds were planted, and now it's time to harvest with love, with truth. Stand strong in your unalienable rights. We got your back. We want to protect everyone's unalienable, God-given rights. Just do no harm, and we can live in aloha. Okay, so thank you very much. Stay in contact. You know, it's one truth, one love. Truth is sovereign. Hawaiian Kingdom. Thank you. Mahalo, guys. Thank you.